Pozdrav svima, ja sam Pixie i vi gledate GameHubov First Impression, emisiju u kojoj prvi put ikad, bez da išta znamo o igri, igramo igru. Ostanite sa mnom jer u današnjoj epizodi igramo Paws of Coal, zagrebačkog studija Gamechuck i veseli me podijeliti s vama ovu igru jer igra je izašla 1.5. prigodno povodom proslave praznika rada, a nešto se navodno radi i o radničkim pravima i u ovoj igri. Budući da je ovo domaća igra, onda sam sretna jer imam priliku zaigrati jedan onako domaći naslov, stoga se udobno smjestite jer kao što sam rekla u ovoj epizodi prvi put ikad igramo Paws of Coal. Stoga ljudi krenimo. Dakle, igra je dostupna na Steam platformi za računala, to jest mi smo je tako preuzeli, igramo mišem i tipkovnicom, tako da krenimo lagano. Ima puno zečeva i ježeva, to jest ima životinja, to je ono što malo što sam vidjela u objavi za medije. Tako da, press any key to continue. Možda bih ipak više trebala zuriti u monitor, a ne u kameru. Upsi. E sad, budući da se moje lišće nalazi s lijeve strane ekrana, ne možete vidjeti zečića zvanog Dr. Hopper. Opet ja umiram od smijeha, nije ni počelo. I'm at my wit's end, Charles Old Boy. Dobro, to nam je Dr. Hopper rekao što se događa. Doc's tired voice swallowed by the earthen floor, the padded examination table, the body lying atop it. Gospodin je iscrpljen. Zatim, the body announces itself with a raggedy breath, shallow and high up in the chest. The smell of iodine is thick here. Aha, iod, miris joda. It reminds you of. A, i sad imamo odabir kojeg opet ne možete vidjeti ako se pomaknemo ovako. Evo, pomaknut ću se. Ovako, na što vas podsjeća jod? Mene na moju infekciju, to jest sepsu, tako da. Da vidimo. The sea and its mysteries, childhood and scraped knees, nothing, I can't afford to be distracted. Budući da sam se ozlijedila, onda su me jodirali, šalim se, mazali su me svim mastima, izraz. Reći ću djetinjstvo i malo podrapana koljena. Zatim, tako smo odgovorili. I nastavljamo priču. Kaže Dr. Hopper, more of them are falling ill. You catch Doc saying, and I reckon we've an outbreak on our hands. Dr. Hopper, just look at him. There's a sharp steel meets flint and the lab flickers to life. Bates, lying on the examination table half awake, is looking all sorts of bad. His hair is matted and there's a slick and greenish cast to his skin. Kako je slatko. Mislim, ne bih smjela reći joj kako je ovo simpatično i slatko dok nam onako pacijent umire, ali dobro, nisam zdravstveni radnik, ja sam samo ženica. Ništa, nastavljamo dalje, ja sam svoje gutlje kave ispila, tako da pritisnut ću nastavi ili ti ga continue i kaže nam Dr. Hopper, Dr. Harpera, odmah krivo. I'm glad you agreed to help, old boy. Old boy. Ne znam. I šta ćemo mi odgovoriti? Of course, dio se vidi, odlično. Of course, only I'm not sure what use a botanist is to you, doc. Drugi odabir, don't mention it. Anything for a friend. I treće, always when the community is at stake. Broj 3. Imam neke sumnje, ali broj 3. Always when the community is at stake. Nastavljamo dalje. Dr. Hopper. At this time it sure is the rabbit part of it anyway. Bates, naš pacijent. Ark! Bates inhales with the sound of a wooden ball scooping gravel. Čovjeku nije dobro. Broda. Dobro, životinji nije dobro, ali recimo. Sad smo mi i što trebamo učiniti? Odabrat. Prvi odabir. I had no idea Bates was sick, I just saw him yesterday morning. Drugi odabir. I'd heard something about the miners catching a strange bug. Treći dio. What's going on, doc? Mislim da bi bilo najbolje izravno pitat, pa ću odabrati broj 3 što se događa doktore, liječniku. I iznad nam se otvorilo new clue added to journal, tak da snaći ćemo se. Something is going around the rabbit population in burrows and only the rabbit population. Dr. Hopper kaže nadalje. Right now, his paws start working circles on his temples. I've got 7 rabbits sick. Patsy here, his wife and 3 kids and 2 minors I taken topside who I now can't reach because the damn elevator is down. E sad, nisam rekla u uvodu, ovo je point and click, onako igra istraživanja sa onako fantastično i preslatkim animacijama. Kažem fantastične jer su rukom crtane, što nema baš toliko mnogo igara. Postoje, ali možda nisu došle u nekakvu pod svjetla reflektora medijskog. E sad, igra navodno nije duga, priča nije navodno duga, tako da malo ću, mislim neću odužiti, nego budite dobri jer vjerovatno neće biti toliko pametna i učinkovita, jer ovdje ima inako malo narativnog dijela, odnosno istraživačkog dijela gdje trebamo spajati tragove. Ali bomo vidjeli kaj bi se sad dogodilo. Dobro, nastavljamo dalje. Kao jež, botaničarka, znanstvenica, reći ću, ili that's unlucky timing, sorry to hear that, vezano za ovo nefunkcionalno dizalo, ili go on. Mislim da ću reći go on, zanima me što se događa. New clue added to your journal, press J to check. Ali ne mogu još J pritisnuti jer vjerojatno još nismo ni počeli, nego ovaj uvodni dio ide, jel? Kaže Dr. Hopper, this thing started 2 weeks ago when a group of miners caught it. Dobro. They got brought to me with seriously trouble breathing and on the edge of consciousness. All hardy boys in their prime. I couldn't make heads or tails of it back then, but after a few days in the new barn topside, they recovered. So I chalked it up to free co-occurrence. Zašto si ih stavio u barn? But it wasn't a free co-occurrence. Drugi odabir, treći, you can have no better than. Hoćemo li ga malo utješiti ili... malo ćemo ga utješiti. Ajde, broj 3. Charles, you can have no better. Dobro, što nam kaže Dr. Hopper? You're sure about that, Charlie? That bit of presumption has got the stink of hubris about it now. Ja sam previše dobro namjerna. I love to assume anything now, old boy, but I've got to start somewhere. Do you mind giving me a sanity check? What did you have in mind? To nam je jedino ponuđeno. I want you to diagnose Batesy here. You must be kidding. Moj bi to odabir bio prvi, ali... Drugi, I could give it the old college try, I guess. I treći, I was kind of hoping you say that. Broj 3. He chuckles, kaže Dr. Hopper, nam se malčice nasmiješio. I choose the right hedgehog for the job. Tako je. Nismo Ježurka Ježić, nego Charles the Jež. Dr. Hopper nastavlja. I don't need any miracles yet. Oh boy, I just need someone to double check my work. There's a book on my desk. It's a primer on rabbit illnesses. Read it and examine Pixie. Let's see if we reach the same conclusion. Hoćemo li doći do istog zaključka? Wait, what do you think it is? Kaže prvi odabir, drugi, all right, I'll give it a shot. Mislim da ću uzeti broj 2 jer ne želim navoditi. Ako je on nama dao, to jest ako nas je zamolio za pomoć i drugo mišljenje, vrijeme je da idemo bez ikakvih znanja, da ne bismo nagađali baš. Ali vjerojatno ću nagađati cijelo vrijeme, stoga veselo. E sad, pritisni za razgovor s Batesom, no idem mišem, mogu ići mišem, lijevo desno, to jest desno, tako desnim klikom mišića, otišla sam do Infirmary Books i kaže lightning fast legomorph diagnosis, a slim book on dog's desk lies open to a heading titled Trouble Breathing, Trouble Speaking. Što bi to kod nas bila gripa ili upalo pluće ili bilo koja respiratorna bolest, ne znam, vidjet ćemo. 3 subheadings have been lightly underlined with Kako. Ultimate disjunction, gastric stasis and esophageal petrification. Moj izgovor. E sad, hey doc, did you underline these for me? Drugo, read through the 3 underlined subheadings. Treće, read the introduction to the chapter. Četvrto, leave the book for now. Broj 2 ću uzeti. As the chapter title suggests, all 3 conditions cause difficulty in breathing and speaking, but they can be distinguished by other features. E sad, Budući da je ovo malo igra istraživanja i spajanja tragova i onog što istražujemo, mislim da će gospođa Pixie ili ti moja malenkost uzeti papir i olovku i po potrebi zapisivati, jer nikad ne znaš u ovakvim avanturama. Mislim, vjerojatno postoji to u njihovom dnevniku, ali nikad ne znaš koliko će moje pamćenje mene izdati, tako da pripremila sam se, recimo. Pripremila sam se u onom smislu, znam da ništa ne znam. Malo filozofije. Dobro. Jedini odabir nam je trenutno pročitati i dalje. Puno teksta, ali to je takva igra. Altman's dysfunction is a condition of the nerves that causes the fine musculature of the upper body to fall out of sync with itself. The mouth doesn't know what the vocal cords are doing. The vocal cords don't know what the lungs are up to. Detail what the patient's left and right eyes. Nisam znala da ću, igrajući ovu igru, ponavljati onak prirodu i društvo i biologiju i malo medicine, premda nisam nikad to studirala, nego sam se družila sa dosta studenata i trenutno liječnicima. Smiješno. Život je smiješan. Smiješan. Šta? Wait, how would I recognize this on a patient? I ja bi se to isto pitala ako ne možemo s njim razgovarati. Make a note of it and read on. Broj 2. Ajde, napravila sam ovak strelicu, pa recimo da sam zapisala. Gastric stasis seizes up to the core muscles of the mid-torso, looking up the diaphragm and pushing against the spinal cord, causing a spike in cerebrospinal fluid pressure. The spike in pressure, it is hypothesized, is what causes the telltale delusions and hallucinations. Može onak, kod Dr. House, je li ovo lupus? Odmah na početku epizode. Pa ću vidjeti možemo li to povrgnuti ili ne. I odabir je hold on, how would this stand out during diagnosis? I drugo, note in and check the last entry. A naš kaj, idem na broj 1. You're looking for delusional rabbits with cramped abs. Dobro. Note it and check the last entry. A mislim da sam to trebala napraviti i sa prvim simptomom, zar ne? Ha, vidjet ćemo. Ok, nešto petrification puts the esophagus into a kind of desiccated stupor, drying out the mouth and making speaking over a whisper an ordeal, like falling asleep on your arm and losing feeling in it. But it's not your arm, it's your throat. Dobro objašnjenje. So, what should I look out for? Ajde da vidimo. So, what should I look out for? Šta će nam igra reći? A dry mouth speaking in a barely audible whisper. Onako promukao hrapav glas, ako se ne varam. Moj nije trenutno. Valjda. Zapravo nije. Samo sam malo dublja danas. You finish your notes on the possible conditions. It's time to check up on Pixie. See if anything matches up. Wait, check something else in the book. Šta ima još? Hey doc, did you underline these for me? Kaže Dr. Hopper. I narrowed the possible conditions down a tad. Yes, hope you don't mind. Hoćemo broj 2 ili 3. I appreciate it. A bit ću pristojna. Danas sam dobre volje. Ajde. Hvala. I'm glad. I appreciate it. I'm glad. Dobro. Leave the book for now. I nastavljamo dalje. Dakle, desni potez miša za hodanje. Ne treba mi to. Leave the book for now. Ništa, onda se vraćamo do... Way out of Doc's office. Ne, želim se vratiti do Pixiea. Dobro, continue. Get back to it. Aha, ali kak da... Neću S to exit door, nego... Želim doći skroz... tako. Do Batesa, jel? He squints at you. Onako, zažmirio je. He's skirting the edge of unconscious. Aha, bori se. Jedva nam je tu prisutan. Sad, što ćemo prvo ispitati? Hoćemo li slušati njegovo disanje? Može, slušamo njegovo disanje. Raspy, he sounds mighty uncomfortable. Pa meni ne bi isto bilo ugodno da ne mogu disat. Check his mouth. A ništa, idemo po redu. His morning breath hits you like a high wind's kosh, straight out of the dark of the rabbit's half-open mouth. Je li to ono mrtvački zadah ili samo zadah onako jednog neoperanog jutra? Speri se. Da, ne operi se, nego spere sve to s tebe. He stirs as he notices you. Šta nam kaže? Please open up Beatsy, I want to have a look. Please open up Beatsy, I want to have a look. He snorts. Open up. We never open up shop without Papa. Čovjek halucinira. Mislim da je ovo halucinacija, tako da ćemo podići obrvu. He shrugs. Motions for you to keep going. Okay. We don't? Of course we don't. Papa was very clear to us about it. Who do you think I am, Beatsy? And broj 2, when did Papa tell us this? Ja ću nastaviti s tim igrokrazom. Iako bih ga trebalo dijagnosticirati, no bože moj. Just yesterday he told us, boys, don't you dare open up shop unless I'm there. You heard him. I ništa, to je to. Doc, has he been like this the whole time? Nope, it was worse. He thought I was King Leopold. Slava kralju. Not even the current king. I wish. He snickers, shaking his head. Imagine that, me as the tyrant king. Percepcija, bože moj. Dr. Hopper, anyway, just tell him to say it usually works for me. Say ne nego otvori usta. Kaže Bates. He blinks a couple of times, but then opened his mouth wide. Dobro. The inside of mouth is a healthy red color and moist. No cavities either. Svaka čast bez karijesa. I sad ćemo vam se zahvaliti. Thanks, Beatsy, you can shut your mouth. He obliges. Dakle, nastavljamo sa redoslijedom. Broj 3 je želudac, to jest želučani dio, to jest trbušnja, šupljina. You prod his stomach with the heel of your palm. It feels rigid. Tvrdo. Bates offers no reaction. Stop prodding his stomach. Ne bi trebao biti tvrd. Idemo vidjeti što mu je s očima. Pogledat ćemo u oči. They're caked with rheumy gunk and bloodshot, but he meets your gaze. Krvavo. Move left to right, check he follows you. Ajmo standardan pregled, je li sve u redu sa vašim očima. His eyes follow you steadily, but he's begun to frown. Wow. Sorry, Beatsy, just checking something. Morat ćemo mu se ispričat, jer je zec nam je u boli. It looks like his eyes work fine. Dobro, idemo isprobat njegov puls. You prod his wrist until you feel the pulse underneath. You start counting, keeping an eye on your timepiece. His heart rate is a spot under 300 beats per minute. Mislim da je to u redu za zeće, ali nisam veterinarka. Ok, možda nije normalno po nođim odgovorima. Doc, his heart rate is off the charts. I onda, Doc, what's a normal rabbit heart rate? Mislim da je broj 2 prikladnije pitanje. 150 do 300. Gle, na gornjoj granici je. When he got me worried there for a second. To jest view. Ovo isto čitanje. Nothing to worry about then. Not. Samo ćemo kimnuti glavom. Dobro. Sad, leave him alone for now. I to je to. I šta sad stisnem J? Otvori nam se knjižica, tekica i ovdje su nam tragovi ili ti ga clues. Knjige, izjave, dokazi. Sad, ajmo na izvješće ili ti ga reports. Diagnose Bates, status not started. On Bates' illness, a cause study and rabbit diagnostics. Start report. Šta nismo počeli? I sad onda kaj pritisnemo testimonials. I šta ćemo? The outbreak is only affecting rabbits za sad ili the outbreak started 2 weeks ago? A ne znamo. Ako oboje. Imamo i vrijeme a sad ide ovaj istraživački dio pa ću vidjeti moram li neku slagalicu isto to spajat, slagat, premještat, vidjet ćemo. Ok, šta je ovo prvo? Ništa. 3., 4., 5. Ako ja to pritisnem, ništa se neće dogoditi. Dobro. Vraćamo se. Evidence. Charles Quill. Bates seems to think we work in a shop. The inside of Bates' mouth looks normal. Bates doesn't have any obvious cavities. Mislim da nam to trenutno ne treba ili možda nam treba. Ajde, vidjet ćemo ovo što ne izgleda drugačije. Bates has a normal heart rate for rabbits. Ništa. Beats so much easier get. Ajde, stavili smo ova 3 dokaza. I što sljedeće? Books. Ok. The symptoms of gastric acidities are cramped abdominal muscles and delusion. Conclusions. Kaj ne bi došlo sad na zaključak? Beats must be delusional. I drugi odabir je Beats must be suffering from gastric stasis. To još nema. Da stavim svo 3. Testimonials. Samo taj Dr. Hopper. Evidence je samo to. Knjige su tak. Aniš. Ej, kaj ćemo zaključit? Beats must be suffering from gastric stasis. Sad se to nešto tu posložilo i Beats must be delusional. Submit. Šta je sad točno, što nije točno, što sam pogodila, ovo sam pogodila. Aj. Pa mislim došlo do toga. I kaj sad? Status submitted. Withdraw report. Ne znam, vidjet ćemo. I ništa, razgovarat ćemo sa našim liječnikom, Dr. Hopper. Pritisnula E. Ili ne? Ne. Trenutno ćemo ga ostaviti na miru. Ali ja bih s doktorom razgovarala. Evo ga. Dr. Hopper, talk to me, old boy. Ja bih kak je sladak zapravo sad zavidjela kako mu se onako repić miče i sad je taj problem što ne mogu onako baš racionalno razmišljati. Jer je jako slatko. Ako znate zečeve i kuniće, onako simpatična, mala, zločesta stvorenja. Ne sudite knjigu po koricama. Ok, kaže, to jest odabir sad, pita nas Dr. Hopper, talk to me, old boy, to jest izjavno, jel? Give me a few pointers, doc. What should I be doing? Drugo, I think I know what's wrong with Bates. Treće, I'll get back to you. Mislim da znamo što je. Great, let's hear it. Show doc your report. You hand doc your notes. He holds it parallel to the floor at navel height, chin resting in the palm of his hand, eyes pointing straight down. That was my thinking exactly. His hallucinations and the cramping in his midsection point to the culprit. Gastric stasis. What does that mean for us? Što to znači za nas? Što to nama znači? Gastric stasis is not great. It's got a lot of possible etiologies and no etiology independent curses. Teško će nam biti naći lijek. In other words, he pinches the bridge of his nose. A lot of things can cause it, some of which we might not even know about, and I can't cure it unless I know what caused it. Da, ne možeš liječiti nešto što ne znaš što je. Jel da? I think this is where you'll come in, old boy. Woohoo! Okay, wait, you want me to find out what's causing the outbreak? Drugo, hold on, no offense, doc, but what will you be doing in the meantime? Gospodin će liječiti ostale pacijente, Charles. Why don't we deduce through experimentation which treatments are effective? I četvrto, what would you like me to do? Što bi ti od mene? I was thinking you could try snooping around town, see if you can find some common denominator between the patients. Oh, snooping! I like snooping. Snoop, doggy, doggy, dog. Dobro. Drugo, snooping, I don't think I'm the snooping type, doc. Ali je... ništa, idemo istražiti. He smiles crookedly, scratches a brow. That predilection will sure come in handy. I mi ćemo, where should I start? Dr. Hopper kaže, well, first off, before you get going, I recommend taking a agenda in the book on gastric stasis on my desk. You should have some sense of the possible causes of the disease. He motions to the desk. It should be next to you, next to the book you just read. Next to you, jel? Dobro, učinit ćemo to. After you've done that, you should investigate the circumstances leading up to the various groups of rabbits falling ill. To find a common denominator, right? To smo se nadovezali. Kaže Dr. Hopper, that's right, so. The first group to fall ill was 4 minors, znači 4 rudara. Inigo, Poppy, Murdoch and Finn. That was 2 weeks ago in the evening, prije 2 tjedna na večer. Mislim, sve će mi vjerojatno pisat No ajde, bolje da si ipak nekakve crtice i sažetke i kratice napravim. Inigo should still be in town, see if you can get him to open up. Aha, talk to Inigo. Dobro, to smo potvrdili. I kaže, the second group, the two miners, Larry and Copper, well, što se malo počešao iza uha, that might be a problem as both of them are stuck up top. But Guard brought them in 3 days ago around lunch. Try talking to Guard, see if he knows anything. Znači, Guard. I see, that's Guard, the old timer. That's right. And lastly, the Bates situation. Yesterday around lunchtime, Linda just about managed to get to my office to tell me Batesy was ill before she too started wheezing and talking nonsense. So trovali su se, ono. Take this, he holds out a sizable brass key. It's for Bates' flat. Linda and the kids are there, so don't be alarmed, but I'd like you to take a look around. Dobro. Alright then, take the key. Uzeli smo ključ. That doc exhales with noticeable relief should be it, old boy. If you got any questions, I'll be right here for you. Otherwise, good luck for all our sakes. Thanks, Doc, you too. Trebala sam ovo drugo, you will figure it out. Zajedničkim snagama. Sad, idemo onda po ovu drugu knjigu. Koja je imala još nešto. A slim volume rests on Doc's desk. Is this the one you wanted me to check, asked Doc. Kaže, yes, old boy, that's the one. Ništa, idemo. You flip through the book to the relevant chapter. Gastric stasis, unknown. Why unknown? The chapter starts. Opet malo prirode društva na engleskom, joj. Both the biological mechanism and the underlying etiology of gastric stasis have evaded all theoretical explanation. As is often the case with elements affecting a single species, especially one of the commonary state, there is little incentive for scientists to devote their time to crafting a coherent theory. Da, dok se to ne krene po ostalim živim bićima širit, nikom ništa. Jao. Charles, what are we left with is praxis, rules of thumb, and our own moxie. In other words, we know nothing, we know enough, praxis beats theory. Broj 1. Ne znamo ništa. Što rekoh? Znam da ne znam ništa, a bog meni oni. Ajmo, jump to the section of causes. Ajmo uzroci, the section of causes is a thicket of qualifiers, a veritable hedge maze. Charles, everything seems or appears or looks. There is not an unmodified instance of the verb to be on the whole page. Dakle, sve nešto neodređeno. Kažemo, nothing to worry about, hedges are my forte. Broj 1. You read. Što čitamo dalje? Here's what managed to parse. First, gastric stasis is often found in rabbits who've recently eaten a high-starch, low-fiber diet. This was first noticed with potatoes. Krumpiri im ne odgovaraju. Second, drugo, exposure to various known poisons often precedes episodes of gastric stasis. Everything from quicksilver through almond bitter to ricin. A budući da su u rudniku, svakakvih para ima dolje, jel da? And finally, there is no reason to believe that gastric stasis is infections. Zašto? You finish the chapter learning nothing more. Look something up, što je, pa ne može samo to biti. A ništa, to je to. Sve smo istražili. Ljudi, mislim da je ovo dovoljno. Javite mi dojam, jer ja se idem boriti. Idem se boriti s ovim vratima i kad izađem snimit ću drugi gameplay jer jednostavno ne želim gubiti vrijeme na vratima. Tako da, igra je kratka, ali sudeći po mojem načinu igranja vjerojatno će mi trebati malo više od 3 sata. Igranja, ukratko, igra je izašla 1.5. za Steamu, domaći studio, avanturica, istražujemo misterioznu, neistraženu bolest koja očito pogađa samo zečju populaciju, no navodno se nešto dublje iza toga krije, a to nećemo saznat dok ja ne saznam kako otvoriti vrata. Ljudi, vidimo se u sljedećim epizodama, pratite nas na društvenim mrežama, do tad ugodan dan i dobro se odmorite i pripremite za ovu igru. Pozdrav!